Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to teamfortress.tv. I am FrickMyNick. I'm joined with Mitch and Console tonight. We're going to be casting King's Crew versus RGL on CP Metalworks. How you doing tonight, Console?
I am doing absolutely fantastic, Nick. It's great to be back for another season of TF2. It is RGL Season 2. I'm really hyped for the season. There's going to be a LAN at the end of the season. There's plenty of new teams in Invite, old faces thrown together, and I'm just really excited for another season of TF2.
I am as well. The inclination of LAN has brought a lot of old faces back. It wouldn't surprise me to see either of these teams making it to LAN in New Jersey, so it'd be pretty exciting to see lots of competition for that those last couple LAN spots. I know Furry is probably going to snatch one up, but I think the other three are pretty hotly contested of who's going to end up where.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right. There's a lot of teams this season that I think, it's anybody's guesses to, I think, 2, 3, and 4. In past seasons, it's always been Ascent or maybe Swift, but I don't think we really have a roster quite like that, and I actually think that King's Crew might be the favorite for number 2. King's Crew being formerly Ford Gaming. I think they're a team with probably some of the most synergy in Invite. They've been playing together for 3 or 4 seasons now. They've played a LAN together, won a LAN together, minus Jarrett with Habib filling in. But even so, I know King's Crew all love each other very much, and I'll actually run down the roster real quick for you. So that's Sandblast and Yosh on Scout, Sai and Trip rocking the Soldier classes, Jarrett on Demo, and Barodactyl Cronjington Magoo himself on Medic. I don't know if you want to take a look at the Rat Jail gamers.
Yeah, on the other side we got Rat Jail. It's a new team formed this season. It's going to consist of Shamu on Combo Scout with Kev as their flank scout. They have Mirror Man on Pocket, who I believe is a last-minute addition to this team. They have Alpha on Roamer, Alex.exe on Demo, and May on Medic. So, pretty stacked teams across the board. Like I said, it wouldn't be surprising to see either of these teams making it to LAN. We did see the King's Crew fall to High Five Demo Man yesterday on this map. It was a 4-3. It was an absolute clincher of a game. It was super, super close with tons of good back and forth. So I'm hoping we'll see another hotly contested game tonight.
Yeah, and actually, I believe this season is a return to previous form from previous seasons, where we're now having a weekly map rotation, if I'm correct.
Not for Invite. For Invite, it is still Pickman.
Oh, okay.
Just so happens that both the teams ended up on Metalworks.
Okay, there. Okay, I'm still a little bit. I'm back playing again this season, so I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole RGL thing. So.
Yeah, it's only Invite that does the pick bans, but just it's circumstance that we see the same map twice in a row. But we should have some good games tomorrow. I don't think any of the games tomorrow are happening on Metalworks, so whatever we cast tomorrow hopefully should be a change of pace.
Indeed. Looking at these teams, I'm trying to think about who edges out who tonight. Personally, I will admit I have a lot of bias. I am a Bear stan. So I will have to stand by my boys on King's Crew. I do think that they are the more stable roster. I mean, if Mirror Man is a last-minute fill-in, that could affect things. But I just know that all of these guys, they're bread and butter together. They're big boys, they're big friends, and they're all really, really solid players on their respective classes.
Yeah, and I think I agree with you. I think Ford will take this one, or now King's Crew. They had a really close game with High Five Demo Man. I think Rat Jail isn't quite the same caliber of roster that High Five Demo Man is. I think they're just a little bit below them, but I think Ford kind of has that next level synergy that the newly formed Rat Jail won't quite have.
Yeah. Actually, I think we're going to be going into this first mid. Who do you think we're going to be looking at, Nick?
I think it's going to be a Soldiers to watch on this mid. Specifically, I want to watch the pockets. I think Sai Guy and Mirror Man will be making moves. So we're going to see both demos rolling out. It looks like Jarrett's going to be a little faster than Alex.exe. He's going to be rolling out Choke, or he's going to roll bottom right after getting the pack. Alex is going to make it there roughly the same time. Jarrett's going to get the better of him early in this mid. Alex is going to need a bunch of early damage. Mirror Man's going to be taking his crate, trying to make some space for his team. As both teams are getting aggressive on the point, Sandblast is going to be walking across as Trip bombs across. No contention. Both the roamers are so weak, but Alpha's going to get the better of Trip. As we're going to see the bomb in from Sai, and King's Crew is going to crumble here as they're trying to leave. It's just going to be Sandblast and Bear making it out. Only losing Mirror Man is Rat Jail.
Yeah, RGL did a really good job of surviving that mid. Oh no, a really solid rocket from Alpha is actually going to take down Bears. They're not going to have Uber to defend the last. Oh, Sandblast is actually going to pick up May last second. So it
That's
looks like
insane from Sandblast. I would say that was essentially a 4v1 there. He did enough damage to the soldier to get him to drop down and was able to pick off the demo and the medic, saving the round for his team there. Because without those two picks, I would almost assuredly be RGL pushing into last with a full Uber ad.
Yeah, that was looking pretty much like a closed deal round for Rat Jail, but a really solid play from Sandblast, and they're back right on the board. Both teams looking at about even Ubers here. Thought I saw Sandblast go on the spy, but
he was just spy checking and spawn out. I was saying, as soon as I saw the spy cam, I was like, all right, is he going for another play? Is he going to go for another med pick? But looks like he's just going to play the scout, build Uber. It's going to be a tiny advantage here for Rat Jail, but nothing significant. I think it's just because they were building a little bit better, as we're going to see the classic Metalworks last stalemate.
Yeah, it looks like we will be seeing the engineer coming out here from Yosh on the right side. Pretty typical sentry spot. I know some teams also like to put it under the bridge, but we don't always get time to get that set up. Looks like we're going to be getting a sack in here from Alpha. Is going to send Trip flying, but not going to achieve much. Just gonna go down. Oh, actually,
yeah, Kev went down.
That goes down.
I would say Alpha kind of got beefed on his jump and was getting shot at by the sentry gun, so he just jumped out. I think they tried to make it a two-man, but like I said, Alpha was not able to make it through the doorway. It wouldn't surprise me to see Kev go sniper here, although it looks like they're playing the off-class shenanigans with Sandblast checking him in spawn and Kev sitting in spawn also on sniper or on spy now checking for the other team's off-class. Looks like Alpha's gonna walk back and go sniper himself, and Kev's still spy checking on the other side of things, and Kev's gonna come up on scout finally.
Yeah, I think I do like this play with the Alpha sniper. Alpha has been known to hit shots on occasion, so he's going to be peeking through shutter here, taking a shot onto the demo man, but not finding anything. Still has that sight line, but actually the rest of the team is going to back up. So not really anything to shoot at for him anymore, at least through shutter.
Yeah, they're not going to give him any spaces. Jarrett's just holding down the shutter. They're not giving him any angles. He's using the arced projectiles to make it so Alpha doesn't have a single person to look at. And there are some spy shenanigans going on with the off-class checking, because Kev was sitting in spawn while Sandblast was spy checking. So I think Ford thinks that there's a spy on the field when there's not actually, just because they were spy checking and they saw both off-classes. So we are just going to see the pot shots from Alpha. He's going to get a few glimpses of people. He's not going to hit anything yet. It's just going to be waiting for Alpha to hit something.
Yeah, I mean, it's not atypical to see this. It is Metalworks last, it is even Ubers, and it is Alpha going for a shot on left, but going to get denied by just more spam. Looks like we're actually going to see Mirror Man trying to get in for another sack and bait Psy Guy in. Psy Guy's actually going to get two here. Mirror Man Alex going down both. So this is actually a decent opportunity for King's Crew to try and get aggressive in lobby and try and maybe take an exchange.
Yeah, it looks like Sandblast and Co are going to get aggressive in lobby. It looks like they're looking for anything they can get. They know that there's only one splash class, or they have no splash class on the other side of things, because Alpha's on sniper. Sandblast is just going to run in, he's going to get a couple of good shots onto Alpha and take him down. They're going to go for an exchange on the point. Ratchel's going to have to pop first, so this favors King's Crew, but they do still have the NG of Yosh on last, so it's essentially a 5v6, but Sandblast is going to cut off the spawn. The Ubers are going to be ending, and Shamu's going to be the first one to go down in the post fight, so this is looking like a successful push out of last for King's Crew here.
Yeah, in both the pre and post Uber, Trip is actually doing a really good job of keeping the scouts really low health, and like even like during the Uber, I feel like the scouts are a little bit afraid. So made a lot of impact there. Now, as we're seeing the soldier fight go down in house, Trip will be taken down by Alpha. I think King's Crew wanted to try and see if they could get through Valley, but no beats.
Oh, but Mirror Man with a nice couple of rockets.
Yeah,
hey, Mirror Man got in a really clean jump in from Alley, was able to get a headshot rocket onto Bear for the first one. Nothing Bear could do. He's going to go down there, so it's going to be just about full advantage by the time Bear spawns here for May, and they're just going to be walking it in. They're denying all the space for the other team. And Mirror Man with a little bit of trash talk in the chat. That's what you like to see, especially with land on the line. And we're going to see King's Crew on their last with a full Uber disad.
Yeah, once again, Yosh trying to get up that sentry, but he's going to be trying to get this up fast as the Uber's going to come in, Demo and Scout, Shamu and Alex coming in onto the point. They're going to find the sentry early, but actually Shamu's going to get dropped, and the Uber's already over, so things not looking too good for RGL as they're dropping 3 players now. Mirror of fourth, it's just Alex and May running with their tails between their legs, and now it's just May alone. Gets a nice arrow onto Trip, drops him down to that unhealthy 40 HP. But King's Crew will take this next point, and they do have quite an Uber advantage to walk into middle with.
Yeah, I was gonna say on that last hold, Kingstrew did a really good job of not letting him get on the point for free. Shamu was trying to play it, and like in between flashes, they just picked him. They were able to hit like a sticky and a direct on him, and he went down. And after that, RGL was not able to find anything. But Trip's gonna get on the backline and pick May, so the already huge Uber advantage is just gonna grow here for Bear as they're gonna walk into mid. They're gonna get this completely for free, and looks like they're gonna push either alley or underpass here. Yeah, they're gonna walk into alley as what most teams would do with the huge Uber. But the stickies from Alex.exe. That's a huge blind death. That's Alex.exe coming up huge. That Uber's on the floor for Bear, and May is going to have an opportunity to build up an Uber advantage on the other side of things now, as this team gets ready to hold 2 and push into mid.
If I'm Bear, I'm so upset right now. Like, Alex wasn't anywhere close to there. That is... that is one of the luckiest plays.
Oh, but Sandblast is behind. Sandblast is behind on the pack, and alley, he was above the pack. I don't know if anybody knows. He's going for a back cap, it looks like. He's going to get on the back cap, so this is going to be really difficult for RGL to manage as they have a player on the back line. So it looks like they're going to go back for him. Sandblast is just going to go back to last. He's trying to buy as much time as possible for his team, knowing that Bear has about 50% disat.
Yeah. Does look like he, yeah. Looks like he's just actually going to be hiding up in the corner on in lobby now, so not going to be pressuring too much, as actually they're trying to use their Uber into mid. He's going to be taking a 1v1 on the behind, and actually Yosh and Sandblast are both behind trying to take some fights and get this back cap rolling. RGL are trying to get the mid cap, and actually just going to jump in and deny. It would have been enough, but unfortunately Sandblast will go down, Mirror Man going back for him. This does give Bear a decent Uber ad, though.
I would say that was just unfortunate for the scouts of King's Crew there. Alpha was able to trade out the frag on Yosh as he traded for Kev, and Sandblast was just not able to get enough damage onto Alpha quickly enough to finish the back cap, and then Mirror Man came back to finish off the frag, and now we're going to see Uber ad here for King's Crew, but they are on their last, so it's going to be tough to manage this, knowing that they have the option to push out with the about 30% ad that they have, but they're pushing into a setup rat jail, so it looks like they're going to opt to stay on last, and Yosh is going to reprise his role as the engineer.
Yeah, their defense is a lot more prepared than last time, and even with their, I'd say, rather unprepared defense with the quick Uber coming in, they were still able to hold it off, so this should be, once again, another slowdown, I'd expect. Maybe we'll see some more Alpha Sniper shenanigans, or maybe we'll actually see that spy come out. Looks like they're trying to make some space for a sack here. Looks like they're trying to come through main. It's going to be a Mirror Man jumping into the sentry, getting absolutely obliterated by Jared.
Yeah, and it looks like we are going to see... Yeah, we're just going to see Mirror Man sack in. Doesn't look like there's going to be a counter sack. It looks like Trip's trying... Or that's the Scott. That's Sandblast trying to go for it, but he's going to get caught in that Omega area by Alpha. Going to lose the 2v1 to Alpha and Kev there. And it looks like Mirror Man's going to walk out of spawn as Spy. He was Spy in spawn. Where is he at? Alpha's going to go down. He's going to try and sack into last. Yeah, he is out of spawn, so Mirror Man has the opportunity to push. Although I think he's going to disguise as something else. I'm not sure if he has any... Yeah, he's going to disguise as a friendly scout to try and hide the fact that he's on Spy. Because inevitably, yeah, Sandblast is already trying to check. So we're going to see the mind games here as Mirror Man's going to make his way into last looking for another drop, making it 2 for Bear in this half.
Sandblast is also out of spawn. I mean, they're on last, so that doesn't mean a ton, but...
Mirror Man's in. He's decloaked. Nobody sees him. He's behind Bear. He's so far forward. Yoshi's going to see him, and Bear's going to turn around. That was so close for Mirror Man. It looks like he's going to try and pistol his way out, but Yoshi's going to gun him down with the Frontier Justice.
Yeah.
That was such a good attempt. If he had just gone a little bit faster, Bear wasn't so close to the doorway, that would have been an easy pick for Mirror Man, but not quite this time.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be... Oh, they're going to be pausing is what they're going to be doing. It's going to say they're going to be trying to make their way out and try and take an exchange onto 2 with a player. Do we know what Ono is?
So, this is a, you know, a good opportunity to pause because there's a lot to look at here because Mirror Man's about to get his spawn. It's even Ubers for both teams, and it looks like Kingscrew wants to push out of last. Looks like we have both soldiers stacked up in the shutter with Bear for the side of Kingscrew. And then the rest of the team for Rat Jail, they have all their players on point with the exception of Kev, who's on bridge. So, I mean, it's decent positioning here for both teams, although I don't know if Kingscrew is going to be able to really get a solid exchange. I know Saigai is a fan of running his shotgun. He's been breaking out a little bit in this game, but they don't have a scout for that movement speed. So, realistically, if they pop here, it's really dangerous because Mei is like healing Shamu right now. So if they decide to pop in, they could just kite it out and get a way better Uber or even a full ad. So I'm not sure this is the best push out for Kingscrew. Obviously, the pause happens in the future. The STV is on a bit of a delay, but an interesting scenario to look at here while we have the pause.
Yeah, I think it's a little... I'm trying to think about who's going to be winning this fight just to... I mean, obviously, nobody has shot anything yet. I mean, there's a rocket coming out of Shutter towards the soldier, but just trying to think about from the positioning standpoint who might come out on top from this exchange. It looks like we're actually going to be unpausing here, so we don't have to guess any longer. The soldier's going to come into the bomb and force out the Uber from Rat Jail. It's going to be onto Saigai here, trying to get forward in the lobby, but they're not going to find anything. And actually, Saigai's taking a bunch of damage. He's going to go down here to Sandblast, cleaned up from the damage done by Sai. And that's another pick with their other spawner having to come back. But they actually lose Trip, so...
Yeah, we're just going to see a trade of frags here. They're both going to lose their pocket scouts here. It looks like Kingscrew is going to on last. They still have this Uber, but it's a really dangerous territory to push out of, especially because they aren't switching Yosh off the Engineer. So it makes it really hard because if the other team wants to pressure them, it's on Sandblast to kind of threaten, like, hey, we have this Uber, you just need to back up. Like, I can run at you, but at the same time, he's also the only ×2 capper on the team. So it's a tough scenario to be put in if they're not going to switch Yosh off the Engineer. I can see why they want to do it because it's really hard for any one class to get to last and 1v1 the Engineer who has his sentry like that. But it looks like we're going to see the spy decloak from Shamu. Shamu's in! He's going to drop Bear. That's the second drop for Bear this game. And this is a huge opportunity for Rat Jail to push into last. It looks like they're already gearing up to go. May's going to get his Uber. They're already in on the left side. They're going to take their scout and demo in. They're instantly going to get the sentry gun. They're clearing stickies on the point. They got pressure on the point. Soldier's going to come in to contest, but they're going to collapse on. Just 3 up for the side of Kingscrew as the frags are going to come in. It's just Yosh on the point. He's going to go down. It's going to be a first round here for Rat Jail.
Yeah, once Bear goes down, that's pretty much textbook for Rat Jail. They get a lot of early cap time, they push him back to spawn. Trip, I believe, was behind and tried to bump back in. Denied the point getting immediately capped, but all in all, that's pretty much run-of-the-mill for Rat Jail here as we go into the next mid.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an easy mid for Kingscrew, because I'm not sure if Alex was the one that had issues, but he was just standing in the spawner when the unpause happened, so Kingscrew's going to get a lot more early presence here with Jared being a lot more forward. Rat Jail's going to opt to try and fight it, though. They are going to be holding passive in their valley, but Shamu's going to eat a bunch of damage. Mirror Man's going to jump in. He's going to meet Trip. Trip's going to get the better of him on that one, and it looks like it's going to be an easy mid for Kingscrew. I'm not really sure what happened with the whole pause scenario.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate. It's just going to be Kev, and notably Mei has actually lived through this mid, so there will be Uber perhaps. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to hold down second, but last certainly will not be a total roll, so...
Yeah, the roles are switched now as Rat Jail held Kingscrew on their last. As Rat Jail held Kingscrew on their last, Kingscrew's going to hold Rat Jail on their last in the even Uber scenario. So now it's going to be on Kingscrew here to try and pull some magic. Somebody's going to have to try and go for a play. This is a common point to see soldier bombs in. We're going to see Kev trying to build up his gun here on Engineer. Looks like he's just going to build it in the standard spot on the right side. Shamu's going to be on Sniper, more importantly. So if their medic is a little too far forward, if Mei is not in sight of the sentry gun, there is potential for a soldier to get in uncontested by hit scan, but there are rockets and air shots to be had, so we'll see what goes down.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to make space on this left side for a soldier to get through, but being defended well with all of the spam from Alpha. Looks like they're trying to maybe rotate Shutter. I guess we'll be seeing where they try and go. They're not really being given a lot of options by Kingscrew Rat Jail here. They're doing a really good job of locking down all of the exits, and with where the sentry's placed, it's actually locking down right side by itself, basically.
Yeah, Kev doesn't have his dispenser quite built up yet, so there's an opportunity here for Kingscrew to try and spam the gun, but everybody's holding so aggressive in the doorways on the side of RGL. Their heals are up close, and Alpha's actually going to pick Trip in the doorway. He's not going to make it out, though. Yoshi's going to run in. He's going to trade out that frag. It looks like Mirror Man wants to try and get the better of him. Yoshi's going to go down so weak, but he's going to make it out. Sandblast is going to peek up, find the business end of the sentry gun, as looks like we're going to reset. Sandblast ran in as a counter sack, but he's not going to get anything there.
Yeah, Mirror Man's actually going to hit a really sick speed shot into Sandblast there and take him out, but unfortunately, still being a player down, having that engineer and sniper on last, there's not really a ton he can do to try and push out there.
Yeah, and it looks like Sandblast is going to hold the spawn door here. It looks like, yeah, Yoshi's going to be running back, so we are going to see the Yosh sniper versus Shamu here, if Shamu opts to try and counter snipe him. He was playing sniper earlier, so we'll see, but Yosh is a pretty notable Highlander sniper, so it'll be interesting to see if anybody wants to play the dual fates here and pick up a scope on the other side.
Indeed. We'll try and get a glimpse of where he's going to be coming through first. Looks like he's going to be peeking through Shutter, and actually it looks like Trip is going to be trying to come in through right, maybe as a distraction. They're going to try and open the shutter for him, but once again, all the team is playing on left side, not giving him an opportunity to get a sight line.
Yeah. But yeah, so we are just going to see both teams holding last. Shamu is, curiously has decided to not counter snipe. So, I mean, this gives just Yosh a lot more free reign. Like, this is a hard last to snipe into. There's not a lot of sightlines to work with, as Sandblast is actually going to get a couple cheeky shots onto Alpha, and Shamu's going to go down. That's 2 picks here. Sandblast is instantly going to pop in. He's looking for the exchange. They're going to get the counter force here, as both the Hoovers are going to get exchanged. They should end. They have a 2-player ad here on the side of Kingscrew. Yeah, they're going to push in from the right side on their perspective, as Trip's going to get launched super high in the air. Alex.exe going for air shots, but Yosh is going to get a huge headshot onto the other team's demo. This is huge. Jarrett's going to die on the other side of things, though, so no demo on either side. It's just going to be a raw DM fight. Saiga's going to try his hand at last along with Sandblast, but they're going to get cleaned up by the spawners, as it's just going to be Bear making it out for Kingscrew.
Yeah, unfortunately, Saigai got caught on the low ground there, and he got eaten alive by the scouts. And from there just wasn't the player power left from Kingscrew to complete the last cap. Very good effort, though.
Yeah, and super importantly, even though Bear got out alone, it's actually going to be even Ubers here. May has a very unimportant Uber ad. It's only about 10%. They may still try and go off that because Bear did get out alone, but because he popped first, and because May wasn't building, I think he went back into spawn or something.
Hey,
but
Nick, do you see what I'm seeing? You seeing the
Yeah,
Sandblast spot?
Yeah, everybody's taking their hand at the spy, and yeah, it looks like RGL is going to push off of this, but I don't think they realize that their ad is so small.
Sandblast
They're going to be getting into mid.
Let's
They're
see
not
if he
going to
goes
go for
for
Sandblast, and he's
something.
going to get the drop. That's huge. That's the 3rd Uber drop this game. First one for May here, as the Kingscrew's going to get aggressive here on all the space that Sandblast has made for them. It doesn't look like Bear's going to get forced here to 80 HP, but everybody on the side of RGL is ailing. They know exactly where everybody's at, too. Both soldiers are in house. They're going to get cleaned up by Yosh and Trip. And it is just Alex.exe setting up some cheeky traps here, but doesn't look like he's going to get anything.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to get some good damage onto the soldier and delay them for a little bit. Maybe, actually, he's going to get enough time for his spawns to come up. So that is definitely something. That is not nothing, but it is looking a little bit bleak here for RGL. Full Uber for Kingscrew. Bear looking to come through the left side with his Hombres, Jarrett, and Sandblast.
Yeah, we are going to see the Shamu Pyro on the defense along with the engineer of Kev, so the scouts are going to be off glassing, playing some, looking for the 2020 hold with Pyros in the doorway, trying to stuff Ubers for as long as possible to make it so the sentry can do some work. Sandblast is going to pop in from main here. They're going to get the all-important dispenser pick, but Jarrett's going to get dropped on this Uber. This is not good for the side of Kingscrew, and Yosh is going to die to a trap with 2 down. This is a car crash of an Uber push, and May's at 75% already. This is push territory for RGL, as they get a very early and very easy defense.
Yeah, May's actually looking close to Uber, too, so they might be able to roll this into mid as well. So there's actually
Trip! That was huge from Trip. Huge pre-fire. First rocket into May. May was able to surf it back, but Trip landed right in his face. Hit him with the 100 damage strike to start it off. Nothing May could do. He didn't have his Uber quite yet. And now it's push territory for Kingscrew, as Bears are only about a 65%, but they have a huge advantage in the fact that RGL has no heals. It looks like Mirror Man's just going to make his way out of there. Kev and Shamu are both only on about half HP. It's really only Alpha here in a position to make a play. He's going to be high bombing. Bear's going to actually air shot it with an arrow, and he's going to go down along with Shamu. Bear at about 90% as May is spawning. 2 down on the side of RGL. We are going to see Kev go back to his usual role of engineer on last, but this is a huge advantage for Kings.
A meaty play from Trip will secure the full Uber advantage. It looks like they're going to not hesitate at all, bringing it once again right in Sandblast and Jarrett. This time Jarrett's not going to get dropped, but Sandblast will to the Sentry. Take a little bit longer than expected, and there's not a ton of damage onto RGL here. They're defending once again. Bear and Jarrett both going to go down to the stickies of Alex.exe, and it's just a guy left as another botched last push is going to come out.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for King's Crew. Sandblast tried to push in to get the gun as Jarrett kind of like stayed and tried to like make it so like the people who were on RGL weren't able to rotate, come back and contest the point. But Yosh was about 40 HP under bridge and wasn't able to clear the stickies fast enough and didn't have enough HP to get on the point and just tank a single sticky. So they had no point pressure, which means RGL is just able to sit and spawn and kite away as May is going to be pushing in with full ad. They're going to go for the back door. They're going to lose Shamu early to a sticky trap from Jarrett. So this is kind of bad for them. They're going to get mid, but that's all they're going to get from this.
Yes, and that's actually really important there is they used Uber into mid, and they're not going to find anything. And actually, Yosh is on Sniper, but it still looks like King's Crew are going to be trying to refight this in.
But May! Alpha's going to get in it.
Alex too! Oh. Yosh is ringing dingers off left and right, but Bear and Jarrett are both going to go down. It's just Shamu left. There's not much he can do against 4 players, so losing Bear is unfortunate, but that is some really solid play coming out of King's Crew.
Yeah, but you saw the proper reaction from RGL. As soon as May went down, the knee-jerk reaction from all the projectile classes was to immediately jump forward and try and find a pick onto Bear. The longer that fight goes on for them with no heals, is the worse it gets for them. So they instantly went forward. They were able to find Bear and Jarrett, which is a lot of the sustain on the side of King's Crew, but since they were already so unhealthy from losing their medic, they weren't able to win out that fight. Forward is going to hold on to mid for the time being, but they do have a small Uber disad. Shouldn't be too notable, though, only about 10%.
Yeah, I'd imagine once again we'll see things even out. And Yosh is actually still alive on Sniper, so they already have the pick class in position to start looking for entries in here, even without either team having the full Uber. Looks like they were trying to peek him in lower, but he's going to rotate into house. We'll see if we can get anything cheeky. There's some sticks here that might be taking him out. Oh, they're going to be spotted.
Yeah. Let's say Yosh had a really good peek onto Alex.exe, who had no idea he was there. Alex.exe was just spamming pipes to his heart's content into alley, had no idea Yosh was looking directly at him. Yosh was not able to connect on that shot, though, as RGL is going to be trying to hold in the doorways as close as they can, give zero space to Yosh.
Yeah, he's trying to peek and prod through lower now, seeing the feet of some soldiers, but that's about it. Looks like the rest of his team's going to be making some pressure. He's going to get a nice shot, or a nice angle onto the demo man, I should say, but not the shot, notably, as he does stay full buffed and still trying to look for more shots. Has another opportunity in the demo, hits 75, but not that dinger, that headshot like his there's the dinger! There's the dinger, there's Shamu going down!
He's gonna get Alex.exe too! Alpha's in the shutter. May's got to cross the sight line. He's going to get a huge body shot into May, but May was healthy enough to tank that. Alpha's going to get juggled in the shutter door. He's going to make it out, but that's a free 2 here with the pick of Shamu and Alex.exe, and it looks like they're going to try and transition this into a last push. Yeah, they're going to be coming in from main, knowing that Alex.exe isn't there. They're going to be getting in. Psy Guy's getting in, going to find a clean 2 rockets onto Kev. They're going to get the force here, as both teams have about even Ubers. Kev's going to get the, or Shamu, I'm sorry, he's going to get the level 1 up for his team. He's going to switch off to Scout, but I imagine that King's Crew is going to try and make some space for their sniper, as Yosh has already been hitting a ton of shots.
Yeah, Yosha really kind of going off here now. We'll see if he keeps this form up. I'm hoping he will, because I'd love to see Yosh snipe now. Looks like he's going to be trying to peek through this left side and try and take down the soldiers that were peeking, but they're going to be rotating to right man, so I don't know if he's going to find anybody just yet.
Yeah, there's about 7 minutes left in this half, 7.5 minutes here, so it is 1-0 for RGL, pretty notably. This is going to be a 2 halves time set, so there's another 30-minute half after halftime, but RGL's feeling pretty good about it right now. I mean, they have the pressure of Yosh Sniper on the pushing them in the last, but they do have the option to just sit here and win this 1-0. It is on King's Crew to try and make something happen. Yosh is going to peek in. He's going to trade out for Alpha on the far right side from Ford's perspective, as they're just going to be trying to get some picks in from the shutter. Jared's going to be spamming pipes. May's just going to be making it work, dodging all the spam.
Trip actually set Yosh up for a really nice bait play, but unfortunately he just couldn't kill the soldier before Yosh could go down. Does get that trade, as you did say though, and will even out once again.
Yeah, Kev spamming his pistol around, paranoid of the spy. Yoshi's gonna reprise his role on the sniper once again. The Australian man coming in, and he's gonna be looking for a pick on Alpha. Not gonna hit that shot, as he's gonna peek in from the shutter. He's gonna be scoping up a shot, going for the full charge body shot here, as there's absolutely nobody for him to see. Again, Alex and Jarrett using that same angle of using the arced stickies and pipes from the demo man to spam the shutter.
Yeah, both teams are doing a really excellent job of actually making sure these sight lines are either totally clear or totally spammed. Snipers actually haven't had much of a chance to do much on this last. Yosh had a couple of good shots in the previous push, but that was post-Uber. It looks like they're going to have a soldier attempt to sack, but is going to get skyboxed by Kev's level 3 gun sitting on right side, so...
Yeah, it's a little hard to sack into Metalworks last when a gun's in this position. The aggressive sentry spots on this last kind of deny everything, as Sandblast is going to get super aggressive onto Shamu, and he's actually going to go down, and Yosh is going to go down as well, so there's no scouts here for the side of King's crew. Alpha's going to go down on a counter sack, and Shamu's about, yeah, he's going to switch off. He was 30 HP, but he's going to switch off. The spawns are going to come up really soon here for King's crew, and it doesn't look like they're going to opt to go for anything on the side of RGL. Again, they are up 1-0. The onus is on King's crew to try and make something happen.
Yeah, it looked like they wanted to go for something. It looked like both players were going back, but I think they realized they weren't going to have both scouts go back to spawn and then come back in time for the fight to play out in their favor. So deciding to come back on last, especially on full Ubers, pretty safe decision. And they're one round up, so there's no reason not to.
Yeah, and Sandblast is going to go spy here, as Alpha's going to be peeking up. Sandblast is going to have to use his cloak to get out of the spam lanes here, as Sandblast is just waiting for his cloak to recharge. He's going to slowly make his way into last here, as he is actually going to leave lobby as soon as I say that. So Sandblast looking for his entrance into last eventually. He's going to disguise as a friendly scout.
Sandblast juking out even the casters.
Yeah. I think he's going for the next level mind games that Kev was trying to pull on them earlier. But yeah, where he shows himself on scout, and then he's going to disguise to an enemy scout, cloak into last. Sandblast is going to make his way in. He's undetected for the most part. He's looking at the sentry, and he's calling that location for his team. As his team's going to be trying to spam that one down. Maybe try and make an opportunity to make it a 2-man with Sandblast and Trip or something.
Yeah, I think they might suspect something is up. I'm seeing spamming, and I'm seeing Maze back to that wall and inside of that dispenser. So I think it's going to be pretty difficult for Sandblast to do anything right now other than feed information.
Yeah,
Looks like
Sandblast is going to go for the sap. He's just going to go for the sap on the sentry. Are we going to see the soldier bomb in? Yeah, we are going to see the soldier bomb in. We're going to see Trip get in, but he's not going to be able to get it. He's going to get some decent damage into May, but May is standing inside that dispenser. He gets that regen, so May was pretty healthy through all of that, but that was actually a pretty clever play. I like that a lot, because they don't expect somebody to sap the gun, and then everybody's like, wait, they have a spy, but they're not backstabbing our medic. So, ingenuitive. Especially when the other team has their medic back the back to the wall. As Jared's going to trade out for Mirror Man. May's going to eat a big direct, though, and have to get forced here early, as King's Crew is just going to be pushing in the aggression. Sandblast is going to pick up 2 in Alpha and Shamu. Mirror Man's still on the respawner. Kev's going to go down to Sandblast as well. Trip and Sandblast are going to combine onto May. It's just Alex.exe. He's going to be trying to make his way to last, but to no avail. It's going to be a 1-1 game here.
Yeah, Sandblast hitting some excellent meaty shots right there, and the cleanup from Trip making that Uber very solid for King's Crew, leading them into last and leading them into their first round of the game, tying it up 1-1 going into our third mid.
Yeah, there's about 3 minutes left here, so there's plenty of time for either team to make it a 2-1 or even a 3-1 if they're working quickly. As Alex.dc is going to be a lot faster than Jared. Jared's going to go down so weak, down to about 30 HP. Alpha's going to mess up his jump as well. Alpha's down to about 70 HP in his own house. And Chamu's going to pick up Jared, crunging to Magoo. Bear's going to trade out the frag on that one, but they have all the space on mid here as RGL. As we're going to see a huge bomb in from Trip. They're going to get a ton of damage into May, but Saiga's not going to be able to follow up on that one. It's just going to be Sandblast and Bear making it out as RGL claims the mid is there.
Yep, Sandblast and the Crunch Master Bear just going to be building it up and walking back to last. 2 going to be taken pretty much for free by RGL, not totally unexpected. It's going to be even Ubers, and once again, this gun on the right side, we've seen it on every last, I believe, and this last will be no different. We're going to see the Pyro from Yosh as well, so looks like he's been defending the gun.
Yeah. And Shamu's on the all-stock spy. I think it's pretty important to note that it is not spy checkable if you don't run any cosmetics or anything. So Shamu is unspy checkable, but he is on the default watch, so he's only able to go for a certain amount here because he doesn't have that indefinite cloak time. He's going to decloak. It's a little quieter. Bear has no idea, but Bear's going to turn around. He's going to get the saw, as Alpha's going to make it a 2-man, but he's just going to find the sentry gun and a rocket from Trip. As this is 2 picks here for the side of King's Crew. It looks like Trip is trying to make his way in from the underpass area. He's going to get the little pack and a jump up, but he's going to get juggled and find nothing but pain as a bit of a stutter, but back into it. They do have a pick advantage on the side of Rat Jail. They do have 2 spawners, so it's sack territory, especially with Sandblast moving his gun, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to try and get in.
Yeah, it looks like their Trip is going to get up here before they decide to send anyone in. Looks like they actually have both their flank players and Kev and Mirror Man on the left side. They're going to get the gun down, so it looks like they're going to be committing for an Uber trade here. Jarrett is going to be on the opposite side of that, and the Poot's going to come out from the Sandblast here.
Yep, and we're going to see May making it out on the right side. They are going to find a trick pick onto Trip here as they're going to be repushing on the right side. They're going to be trying to pile damage into the Sandblast Heavy. They are going to take him down, but at the cost of both of their scouts. Alex.exe is going to follow the Rat Jail here. They are going to be ailing. They are going to be trying to get all these arrows from May as Alpha's going to go down. It's just Mirror Man and May versus Psy Guy and Bear. We got an ulti-do scenario, but Psy Guy's 300 HP and he's got his trusty shotgun. He's going to take down Mirror Man. There's just 30 seconds left. May's going to go for a last-ditched effort, but this should be a 1-1 half here when it's all said and done.
Yep, just only 20 seconds. There's the Poot, there's the Uber, which will be soon to come. It's relatively safe to call this. There's 10 seconds.
Yeah, Ratchel's just going to make an all-ditch effort into last year, knowing they have nothing to lose. Shamu's going to run in. They're just going to sack on the point, but with the heavy 450 health on the point, they're not going to get anything as the half is going to come in.
And, yep, that's 1-1. Let's see if we can take a look at the stat whiz.
So I think the very notable thing to me right now is the Sandblast at the big 222. I mean, it was 223. I'm sorry. It's a pretty slow half, but the fact that his damage is so high relative to the other scouts in the server just tells me that he's just absolutely rolling over Kev and Shamu in like the transition fights. Kev and Shamu are at 94 and 134 DPM respectively, but Sandblast has almost their damage combined.
Yeah. I'm trying to look and see if there's anything that's super sticking out to me. I'm noticing Alpha is significantly more DPM than the rest of the gang, but
yeah, there's about a 10 kill advantage here for the side of King's Crew. About 3,000 damage for their advantage as well. But Ratjail was able to secure that first round. I imagine some of that has to do with King's Crew sitting on their last for so long. You know, you're able to just resup and you kind of have the better spam when you're holding last. So, but, I mean, a 10 picks, I mean, a lot of those I would imagine are sacks, but, you know, it's pretty even across the board. Medic stats, there was actually only 7 Ubers for the side of Bear. He dropped 2. May had 10 and only dropped 1, so. But the pick classes were, I think, a little more effective on the side of Ford, so I think May was struggling to hold on to those Ubers for a few of the transition scenarios. Looking at the mids, Ratjail was able to win the first and third mids, but Ford was able to take the second, so pretty even in terms of mid-fight here. Small advantage here for Ratjail. Again, I think it kind of tells testament to Sandblast during these transitions, because they did lose 2 of the mids, and both of them resulted with them on their last is King's Crew. But they were able to snowball it back and make it even.
yeah. Going into the next round, Nick, what do you think we need to see? What do you think? I mean, obviously we're tied up here. What improvements do you think each team needs to make to try and swing the game in their favor?
I think both teams are doing a pretty good job of at least holding, but I think when it comes to pushing, Ford is doing a lot better of just like staying grouped up and not giving Ratjail any opportunities, whereas Ratjail seems pretty disconjointed when they push. Like Mirrorman a lot of times isn't with his combo, along with Alex. Like it doesn't seem that like a projectile class kind of favors taking heals when they have an Uber advantage or anything, and it makes it so Shamu's all alone, and a couple times Shamu died to sticky traps, which is just unfortunate on his end. So I think just as a unit, RGL just needs to kind of come together and push. And on the other side of things, I think Ford kind of needs to play their game a little bit more. I think they're kind of buying into what RGL's doing a little too much. They're kind of getting ratted by them, so to speak. And I think RGL's just getting away with, I wouldn't say murder, but pretty close to it. Kind of cheesing them a little.
Yeah. I think at this point we are just waiting on both teams to ready up. I'm not sure if there's too much more to mention from that first half.
Alex.exe with the, you guys want to play like an hour-long golden cap in the chat? That's pretty funny. But I think this is pretty important for both the teams here. I think this halftime is going to be pretty telling of who really is the better team, because Ford is a little more established, but they have less to work on, so it's going to be harder for them to kind of diagnose their issue going into it, whereas RGL is a newer team. I'm sure they're a little more aware of their issues and how they can fix them. So it'll be really telling to see if Kingstrew is able to make any adaptations going into the second half, like, hey, they're not doing this, and, you know, it'll come down to a battle of brains here.
Yeah, and honestly, as close as this match is, both teams need as many points as they can get, especially with how close this season is looking on paper. I mean, we're very early days. It's, the second day of week one? Third day of week one? But still, every point is going to matter when all of the teams are going to be vying for land spots. In the past, obviously, playoffs are the teams that make all of the big moolah and invite. But with the prestige and the competitive integrity that comes with playing at an offline event, I think that everybody's going to be scrambling as much as they can to try and scrape point by point and try and get to that place, get to Jersey, as they say.
Yeah, I was saying, this is like one of the matchups I think matters quite a bit. I think both these teams will be battling for one of those hotly contested playoff spots as we are going to be going live. Who do you think the players to watch here are on the second half's console?
Honestly, I thought Sandblast was really going off in the first half, and I want to see what he has to do for us the next half.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see what the Roamers are going to be doing on this mid. They were both pretty passive in the first couple of mids that we saw in the first half, but I'm hoping that one team will pull out their best Chad impression and just go for it, as Alex.exe is going to get the better of Jarrett early into this mid, but Jarrett's actually going to roll back the dam. Alex.exe is going down to 6 HP. He's actually going to die to the bleed damage from the ball. That's huge from Yosh, and off the back of that pick, it looks like RGL's instantly just going to leave mid. They want nothing to do with this mid. They don't have a demo man. Saguy's going to be trying to chase down Mirror Man, but Mirror Man's going to opt to not take the pack. Just get out of there. Alex.exe is going to get his spawn soon, but he's still not quite here yet, as it looks like Kingscrew is wanting to try and push into 2 here, trying to get it for free.
Yeah, Alpha's actually trying to take a fight with Saigai in lobby and is going to lose it as the rest of his team rotates in to try and do stuff. And now that's actually going to trigger the rest of them to fall back. Zmir is also going to die. So they don't have either soldier to hold last. This is not good news for them. Alpha's going to be up in time, but this is going to be still an opportunity to at least get a sack, if not trying just full commit. And looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
Oh, but a huge sticky trap from Alex.exe. The sticky's above the shutter. Bear just took that angle a little too wide, and that's going to be his third Uber drop of this game. I'm sure he's going to be hating himself for that one. The Sandblast is going to go down as well. This is huge Busha territory, as they're going to be trying to clean up the stragglers here on the side of RGL. But Saigai actually going to get in. They're actually going to drop May, so the counter disaster on the other side of things is going to be a huge scrappy DM fight. RGL's going to win it out for the fact that they had heals, but Sandblast and Bear are going to get their respawns. And if they get the spawns here with Trip and Jarrett, I would imagine that they're going to try and fight too, as they are going to get the spawn.
Yeah, that meaty salvage rocket from Trip is really making all the difference here. It looks like they're going to be trying to walk their way back in through Valley. The rest of the team is just sitting in the lobby right now, trying to rotate to Shutter, but I don't know if they're going to be here in time. It looks like they're trying to fight, bringing both soldiers jumping onto the point. There's going to be a counter bomb from Trip, going to try it out, but Trip and Jarrett are going to go down. And it's, once again, pretty scrappy, but looking in the favor.
Oh, but a huge bomb from Alpha! Alpha's gonna wrap him through house and is gonna take him down. Yoshi's gonna trade out the frag, but the damage is done. Shamu, Alex.exe, and May are gonna stand on top of a successful hold of 2, and a really good transition from Alpha. I mean, Mirrorman and Kev did a really good job as a flank to try and trade out positive there. They were able to take down all the projectile classes on the side of King's crew. Knowing that it was just the 2 scouts and knowing exactly where they were, Alpha was able to wrap them, and there's gonna be a huge Uber red here for May, as they're gonna be looking to get 2 for free and try and take this into last.
Yeah, looks pretty much to be the case. Actually, we're going to see a bomb here at a trip, and he's actually going to get the force, get some nice damage on May, knocks him down to 65 HP, and they're actually not going to find anything, which is solid news for King's crew, who were looking at a pretty much full advantage last push, and now they're sitting with a comfortable 50 to 60 Uber ad, depending on how fast they build this, and a sentry gun to defend while they're doing that.
Yeah, the sentry's going to go down, though. Kev's going to be trying to pressure here on the left side from his perspective. They're going to get in. Jared's going to go down. It's a huge early demo pick. Bears at 99%, though. They are going to get this Uber. They're going to lose 3 on the side of things, but there's plenty of frags for them to collect on the point. Yoshi can hit his shots, as they're going to be collecting at least Shamu. Their Soldier's going to get on the point. There's so much cap time for the side of Red. Alpha's going to go down, but they're just going to be running at the point. It's just going to be Yoshi versus the world. He's going to go down to some stickies, and it's going to be a 2-1 game here for Red.
Yeah, RGL looking to pick up the pace real quick into the second half, picking that up in 4 minutes, which is a lot faster than we saw the rounds tick by in the first half. So maybe we're going to see some pace changes here as we're going into this 4th mid now.
Yeah, and we're going to see both demos arriving about the same time. Both of them are rolling out lower from their perspective. Again, both roamers rolling out their choke, just spamming, playing their positioning here. Shamu's going to eat a bunch of damage early, as well as Jarrett, so we're just going to see the exchange of spam, as Sandblast is going to take his stake on the point. Nobody's going to come in to really contest him, as both teams are playing this mid so passively.
Yeah, both teams really hesitant to walk forward here. We haven't seen either soldier bomb through. It looks like...
Oh, but Sai with 2 huge rockets onto EXE underneath the point. It's going to open this up, but they're going to see the counter bomb from Alpha. Alpha's going to take down 2. He's going to get Bear and Sandblast. Kev is going to claim 1 for his own. It's just going to be a scrappy DM fight here, as RGL tries to defend their medic. Mirrorman going for air shots. Trip's going to get... Oh my god, Trip with the huge air shot onto May, salvaging that for his team. Absolutely insane plays coming out of Trip.
Put it in the frag video. That was some work done. Work was done there. Oh my lord, that was the fattest air shot I've seen this season. And it's only 2 days in.
Yeah, I know people are saying Trip's the #1 roamer, but he's definitely proven his weight this match. Alpha was able to get the earlier med pick, but Trip with some huge plays coming out on mid. Bear's going to have about a 25% advantage, and Alpha's going to take up the sniper to try and deter Bear from pushing with that ad.
Oh, actually, it looks like May is going to be up on crits. I'm in tears over that. That was crazy. We're actually going to see Alpha on Sniper too. So we're seeing some full wacky shenanigans coming out here from Rat Jail. The Rat Jail really housing the rats, but they have crits now, but they are playing crits via Uber, and Uber usually wins because you can click at the people who are shiny. The crits is going to come out. Uber immediately traded. Sai and Yosh both going to get taken down, notably, though. Alex will die. They're still going to keep mid, but May is really hurt. Going to get the pack, and Trip is going to die. Oh, 3 players left on Ford, and they're all really hurt. Jarrett especially going to be trying to arrow up by Bear, but going to be taken down. It's just him and his scout, Sandy, and they're going to be playing on bridge now as the push is going to come in from Rajo.
I was going to say, Shamu's been turning up the aggression here in the second half. He's been trying to take Sandblast toe-to-toe, and it looks like he's been getting the better of him in the second half here, as a really good transition fight for Ratjill is going to find them on the other team's last. It's going to be roughly even on the charges here, but May does have that crit streak, so he's going to build himself a small advantage here. And Alpha's going to get a pick on the side guy, so that's 1 less person to try and contest them in the doors. This is huge. Bear's at about 90%. They're going to be trying to go right before Bear gets this, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to make their way in. Bear at 96, 97, he's going to be able to get in. They're going to find a huge crit sticky onto Jarrett, but Bear's going to get his Uber, as we're going to see another pause.
Oh my. Okay, so right now, as soon as they paused, first thing I noticed, crit sticky flying right towards Trip.
I was on the Alex.exe cam. I'm pretty sure Trip is about to get air stickied by this crit sticky.
Yeah, with Trip going down here, I don't see a high likelihood of this last going in the favor of King's Crew. It looks like Shamu's probably going to die on the right to Shamu to Sandblast here. And looks like Yosh is trying to spam that ball onto the medic and demo on the left side. But being only 3 up versus a full strength team, maybe a scout down. And yeah, not looking too solid. They do have that Uber, so anything could still happen. Sandblast and Yosh are some scary players. But it's all really going to come down to if they can land the shots during the Uber, especially with 6 players crowding around them.
I was going to say, Sai and Jer are both fresh deaths here, so they have to buy a fair amount of time, and I'm assuming Trip's going to die based on the trajectory of that sticky, assuming Alex DXE doesn't miss his death. It also looks like where Trip is going to land, too, is he's en route to hit another crit sticky that's like on the edge of the ramp there, so...
He's just asking for it.
Yeah, it's not looking good for the number 1 roamer here, as it's really going to come down to Bear has not popped his Uber, and this crits is roughly halfway, a little more than halfway over for May. It's going to come down to if the scouts of King's Crew are able to get enough picks and are able to make this scrappy enough to buy time for their spawns. They are holding last, so this does favor them. And one perk that they do have is that Alpha is on Sniper, so in these scrappy DM fights, it's a lot harder for Alpha to contribute. Not being a direct DM class, Alpha could bring off a couple headshots and prove us absolutely wrong, but more times than not, you'd favor having a soldier for this fight if you're at jail.
Yeah, for sure. Just the guaranteed splash damage is always nice to have. We have been seeing the snipers do some work. He actually did get...
Oh, but Trip doesn't get air sticky there. He's actually able to make his way out of that one. He's able to jump over to Bear and get flash. Alex.exe is going to be jumping around on last, trying to buy as much time as possible. As we're actually going to see Psy Guy on the Sniper. Psy is going to spawn up on Sniper and body shot him down. He's going to switch back as King's Crew is going to get their spawns in here, and they're going to be trying to push out of last, knowing that they have their demo advantage here. Sandblast is going to be trying to stop the soldiers jumping around on the point. He's going to get a bunch of damage into Mirror Man, who's going to make it back to his heals, as Trip's going to be battling Kev underneath. Psy is going to pick off Alpha, though, so the sniper threat has been neutralized on the side of Rat Jail. They are going to have their crits, though, as Bear is only at about halfway up on his Uber, so... This is they're gonna be waiting for their demo man to come in here, as this is crits territory.
Yeah, Alex was looking quite fierce on that last, even despite Bear having an Uber. Though Bear is coming up on it quite quickly. It looks like they're waiting a while. They're gonna give Bear Uber here. I'm not sure what they're waiting for, unless they just want to try and play the fake out Uber v crits fight. And it actually seems like that's what's going to happen. Bear is going to come in on the Uber on Sandblast. It's going to be a solo, and they're actually just going to let them walk out. They're not able to get anything. So it looks like the kite is going to be successful, and we're going to see the crits here now.
Yeah, as they're going to get the pick on the Psy Guy. Alpha's actually on spot, and he was actually able to find his way into the back lines. Alpha's going to pick up 2. He's going to get both of the scouts and Sandblast. He's going to be pistoling down the remaining players. Shamu's going to go down for his team, but Ratjo's going to pick up everybody.
More importantly, Alex hits a fantastic snipe onto Bear, trying to get it through lower lobby. Alex hits a cross mid-sticky, and that's going to be no Bear for another 3 seconds, and plenty of time for May and crew. And actually, May is going to pick up Bear's Uber gun, so they're no longer on crit, so even if they just decide to play the advantage here, it's going to be pretty unexpected from King's Crew.
Yeah, and Alpha's actually going to switch over to the friendly sniper disguise. I'm not sure they're going to buy it. I don't think Shamu would ever spawn on sniper in that scenario, but, you know, he's just trying to fake him out. Alpha did live as a spy on that one. He doesn't really have time to run back to his own last to try and forward spawn as another class. But we are going to see the engineer pyro defense that Forward seems to be favoring on these lasts, as May's coming up at 85% on Bear's medigun.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be looking to take this in through left main here, clearing the stickies before they decide to go. Shamu will be, and they're going to be walking onto point here. Gets lots of damage onto the demo, but is going to be taken down by the sentry. They still haven't dealt with it. Finally will go down, but not until the Uber is way over. Trip now in lobby, taking lots of damage onto Alex.exe.
Oh, but Alpha's in. Oh, Yosh with the Frontier Justice crit. Jarrett's able to pick off Alex.exe with a trap as well, so Bear going to be coming up on an Uber ad here, as they have 2 picks to push out of last with. Bear's going to be trying to get this one without having to use. He's getting out healthy. This is really good for the side of King's Crew. Alpha's going to come up on his spawn here, so they're going to be soaked up on the side of Retjo, but they are repelling about a 70% Uber just at.
Yeah, full ad for Bear essentially right now. Walking it in through Valley, not going to be too much pressure. Oh, Yoshi's going to be right above the Spy. The Spy's in prime position right now if he wants to try and get Bear, but Bear has ears and eyes, is going to see the Spy uncloak. Team's going to take a little bit of a minute to kill him, but that's alright. They're going to make it into mid. No lives lost. Notably, May does have Uber now, though, so good delay there.
I was going to say, they were able to spam enough on mid and buy enough time. Again, Kingscrew was trying to take that without having to use, but one of the dangers that you run into, especially when the enemy medic starts getting closer to their Uber, is that the other team is going to try and even out. They're not going to try and play for getting to you to use. They're just going to be trying to play for even, as Trip's going to get in super deep, going to get a really good rocket onto May, along with the combined spam, going to get him down to about 28 health, but May is going to live. He's going to get the pack in underpass here, as we do see Alpha trying to counter-sack. He's tried to take a fight in house, but ate a bunch of damage. Jarrett's actually going to go down, though. Shamu's going to barrel in and take him down on that one. So no demo and no roamer here on the side of Kingscrew, as it looks like RGL's trying to push this one. It's up to Sai to try and generate the spam damage for his team, and he's not doing a ton of damage right now, as we're going to see the bomb in. Mirror Man's going to get the force out of Bear here. Sai's going to be trying to chase, but it looks like Mace is going to be trying to make it out. He's going to save his players, though, as Mirror Man's going to die on the others for them, but they're going to have a huge Uber ad to try and push into mid here.
Yeah, Bear really didn't have to use her, but he was really alone. Most of his teammates were away from him, and I think he didn't feel like he could trust them to get the kill on Samir. So Uber will come out, better trade from May, and that's going to be mid for them, and potentially second if they want to try and walk it into house.
Yeah, Saigai is going to get the forward spawns here, but Yoshi's still on about a 6-second respawn, but it doesn't look like RGL opts for the solo pick of Yosh to push off of. They're just going to let it even out. Again, RGL is up 2-1. There's 18 minutes left in this half, and this is the final half. So in theory, they can sit on mid for the next 10 minutes, give up mid, hold their 2 for another 10 minutes, and they won this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody wants to see that, but that is totally a viable strat, honestly.
Yeah, and it looks like Kingscrew recognizes that. They're going to be trying to take it into mid here, but May's going to get a counter pop. Going to save all of his players here, as Kingscrew should be trying to make it out onto the underpass, but they're going to be a ton of damage. Alex.exe is going to take down Jared. Going to get a good amount of damage into Sai, Sandblast, and Bear as well, as this is huge push to territory for RGL. Demo Man's a very important class to be holding defensively, and Kingscrew does not have theirs, as Shamu's going to be running it from the alley side of things. We're going to see Trip bombing in, just trying to take positioning and hold it. Saigai's going to bomb in, but Shamu and Ko are still really healthy here, as Kingscrew starting to ail. They are not healthy on their side of things, as Sandblast is going to go down. It's going to be the only trade of lives here, as RGL is going to push forward all the way back to their last.
Yeah, not looking too great right now. There is going to be Sandblast up in 5, so they will be full strength and full Ubers. Something that I'm seeing a lot out of Kingscrew is Jarrett's getting caught out, and instead of deciding to try and back up and play the 5v6 or concede a point, they're deciding to try and bring Trip in for a counter sack onto the medic. And a lot of time, I mean, obviously we saw that one beautiful rocket he had on mid, but outside of that, we actually haven't seen too much of him being able to convert off of Jarrett's deaths, and them consistently being 2 down whenever they lose their demo has just been not working out. So something I'd like to see from Kingscrew maybe going forward in the rest of this match is not doing that, having Trip maybe play back a little bit more. Not that they can hear me or anything. Coach, yeah. Open coach council here.
Yeah, we're going to see Shamu pick up the sniper rifle here, trying to just slow down the game. Again, RGL is up 2-1. That is pretty crucial for them. And Shamu's going to get an early pick here on the Sandblast. Going to get a nice first shot. Going to open up some space in the doorways here with Sandblast not able to contest. Trip's holding it on this right side from the RGL's perspective really close, but Yosh is going to take down Alpha and Mirror Man with the Sentry Gun and Frontier Justice respectively, but they do get the force out of Bear. Bear does not have his Uber anymore, so the defensive invulnerability is not going to be able to come in, as May's going to have a full Uber red here to try and push into last.
Yeah, they have held these before, so it's definitely doable, but all of the pressure is on them to hold. They lose another round, and they're down 2, and I believe it was 1-1 first half. Math is hard. I was going to say match point, but 3 is not 4.
Yeah, it is going to be tough, though, if they do go down another round with how slow this game has been, as we are going to see the Uber in. Shamu is going to go down to the Sandblast Sniper early, but they are going to trade it out for the Sentry Gun here, as the Stickies are dead on the point. Alex.exe is going to pick up a pick onto Trip as he was bombing in, as they are going to pick up another frag onto Mirror Man, and Sandblast is going to go down as well. So just a really scrappy DM fight but Bear's getting dangerously close to this Uber as Rat Jail's going to know this. They're going to back out, but King's Cruise are going to be trying to coast as they know that they have this Uber advantage there. They know they're down one. Alpha's going to come up on the spy, so he has the opportunity to try and go for a drop or a back cap here with that invisibility, although it looks like Yosh knows about him.
Yeah, he's actually going to be walking right into the ramp room as Bear is going to Uber in with the rest of his team. Oh no, he's actually going to drop his soldier, going a little too far outside of his beam length. And they're going to have to concede 2 off of that misplay.
Yeah, I was going to say, they weren't able to find anything with that Uber. Alpha went back. He lost the 1v1 to fresh out of spawn Sandblast. And he's going to go down. We're going to get the spawns here for Yosh and Sai along with Alpha. So we are going to see all the spawns in for both teams finally, as things are going to kind of calm down, but May's got a full Uber ad.
Yeah, it looks like once again they're favoring taking it into this left side. We'll get spotted out early, but don't think that matters too much to them when they have this full Uber coming inside. Going to be popped out now, only a level 1 sentry to be taken care of. Taking lots of ground early, and getting lots of cap time as well, waiting forever to death that trap. 4 players alive, but very hurt. Somebody has to tickle that point. It's just May left, though. It's Sandblast as well, but May is going to decide to not risk it, go back to the team. 13 minutes left, up 1 round, and it's going to be pretty much even, if not, actually, it's going to be ad, as Bear is only coming up right now, so 20 ad, maybe 30 if they're able to build it.
Yeah, it's going to be a small advantage here for May, as Mirror Man's going to take his hand to the spy. Alpha's having a little too much fun, as Mirror Man's going to try his hand at the scout game, or at the spy game here. But again, this is just safe play from Rat Jail. They know that they don't have to make anything happen. They are up 2-1, and you know, if the rounds reset, worst case scenario, they have to fight another mid, but they've won more mid fights than not at this point, so I don't think that really bothers them.
Yeah, okay, so we're gonna see the uncloak now. Oh my god, he was spotted but still takes Yosh down. Yosh wasn't able to turn
May's at
around.
99%. May walked in there. I think they were trying to just walk it in on the right side for free, and trying to get in and just walk in, spam down the sentry without having to use, but they lost 3 players as they did have an ad to try and work off of there, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to use it, as King's Crew's going to pop out on another point. They're looking for an exchange here. May's going to pop to save Alex here, as they do have a slightly better Uber. They're going to flash in their scout. They're going to be looking for all the frags. They're going to get a ton of damage into Sai, but they're going to clean up Bear, super importantly. Alex.exe is going to trade for that one, but that's a trade you'll take every single day.
Yeah, Jarrett going down to 7 HP, but is going to make it out from the far right side of Blast. Once again, playing really far forward and taking lots of damage, and the soldiers here are going to be trying to jump in, take down Sandblast and Yosh, and that's going to be a really easy last cleanup for them. 2-0 in the second half, 3-1 overall in the match.
Yeah, and again, I think Ratchill's going to start picking up some momentum here. They have been winning the mid fights, and they are up 3-1. They kind of have that 2-round buffer. They can start kind of taking those risks. They're going to start loosening up, kind of play their game more. And it looks like King's Crew's kind of buying into their game a little too much. I think King's Crew needs to try and play their game more. And we're going to be going into the next mid. Again, both demos going to be spamming each other down pretty early. Jarrett's going to go down weak. He's going to get arrowed up. Alpha's going to bomb into Trip in the elbow area. Trip's going to win that 1v1. And Trip's actually going to be able to make it back to his path. As Shamu's going to be sailing in off of surfing a bit of damage there, but he's not going to find anything. As King's Crew's going to win this mid, but very notably, May's going to make it out.
Yep, that is super important, especially being 2 rounds up and wanting to preserve this round advantage they have over King's Crew. 3-1 for those of you just tuning in. They are still going to be down Mirror Man for another 10 seconds, so I'd imagine that they should have more than enough time to try and get a sacrifice in. But actually, looks like they might just try and commit. No, it's actually just going to be a double soldier sack. And they're going to find Alex, which is actually really good. They're going to find Alpha, too. This might be enough to commit off of. And it looks like that might be what they're doing here from Shutter, is they're getting really aggressive with Sandblast and Jarrett. Once again, haven't popped the Uber off yet. Finally will now. It's going to be a scout fight. And May waits so long to pop the Uber off. And there's flashes out onto Jarrett. And Yosh is going to get caught in as well. Things are not looking good for King's Crew right now in lobby.
Yeah, there was a moment of very extreme danger where Yosh was able to get in on the far left from his perspective. It was behind May, but they weren't able to find the collective damage fast enough to drop them. As they're going to get crunched in the Shutter area is King's Crew. Sai's guy's going to come up off his spawn along with Yosh, but they're going to be cleaning up all the frags. Sai's going to trade out for Kev, but that's all they're going to find, as Ratchill's going to quickly get off their last.
Yeah, unfortunately, a soldier v soldier isn't the consolation prize you want to see in that kind of scenario. You're aiming for a demo or a medic. A soldier works. You're not throwing your life away, but it is not going to be good news for King's Crew here, who are sitting on mid with a pretty hefty Uber disadvantage. Yosh sitting on sniper, trying to watch this house and prevent RGL from trying to get in, but RGL are actually just playing well, I thought they were playing the bus game. They're playing very back on second. But it looks like they just got their Uber here and are going to walk it in immediately onto Shamu and Alex.exe. Going to catch a lot of players in-house. Lots of damage, but no frags. Jarrett will go down from Shamu. But actually, most of King's Crew made it out really successfully.
Yeah, and again, as you were saying earlier, Jarrett getting caught in a lot of these like transition type plays. And it's going to be really hard for King's Crew to hold. This is a map that's very dependent on having your demo, and Alpha's going to get in behind.
Alpha behind.
Jesus, nobody does. I think a soldier spotted him, but he's going to get a ton of damage into Bear. And yo, she's going to get the force out of Bear. As we're going to hear a headshot ring off, I believe that on the Mirror Man. But Trip's going to clean up 2 Alpha and Kev. We're going to go down 2 Trip here. As King's Crew's going to push into mid off the back of those 2 picks. And they are going to claim mid. RGL is down 2. They are going to get the forward spawn of Alpha. Kev's going to be on a slightly later spawn, but May's getting dangerously close to his Uber.
Yeah, that is definitely something that needs to be worried about. This is actually an exact replica of a situation we saw just 30 seconds ago, and it looks like they're going to decide to pop in through lower instead of house, and it's going to pay off as they're going to find a kill really early on, and they're going to get more presence in the house. Trip is actually going to get behind again, and actually Sai is also behind, tries to get the back cap, not able to grab that pack in time, drags the scouts back. That's going to be it. And there's only 8 minutes left in this half, 3-1, and King's Crew do have Uber and Uber advantage, but oh no, they're going to lose Sandblast off of a nice sync from Alex and Alpha.
Yeah, I was going to say, they were able to sync up and get Sandblast caught out in the shutter there. I think Sandblast was looking for an opportunity where players would be clumped up where you could try and use that Uber ad, but now that they're on their last and they're down to players, it's going to be really difficult, but King's Crew looks like they want to go for it anyway. They're going to take Yosh as their combo scout here. They're going to be pushing up the left side. So there's a little bit of indecision as Yosh is going towards the shutters. The rest of the team goes towards the point. This is back cap territory if RGL wants to try and go for it. They are going to pick off Kevin. Mirrorman's going to jump onto the point. Going to get some decent damage into Jarrett. Jarrett's so weak. Mirrorman's going to get the last rocket off. Trade that one. So again, really good trades, and Jarrett gets caught once again. We do see a trade out for 2 frags on the other side of things as the Ubers do even out, and Alpha's actually going to get a trade on the Psy guy. He's actually going to get a really good arrow. He's still going to go down to Sandblast. Trades all over the board, but again, as this gets scrappier and scrappier, you're just buying more time off the clock. Well. Yeah, and Mage is going to get his Uber, but Trip's going to get in, going to get so much damage. May's down to just 9 HP in the air. He's going to have to force to use that one. Doesn't want to get splashed, doesn't want to crater. As this is push territory for King's Crew as they're waiting for their soldiers to come in. Off the respawn with their full ad, but the time's getting dangerous though. 7 minutes with how slow this game has been is not a lot to work with.
Yeah, RGL have been doing a really good job of slowing down the pace. Shamu will get picked off by Yosh on the flank. We're actually going to see an Alpha spy that has been spotted out and crushed down to 17 HP. Is going to be hiding out in the house as King's Crew try and make their way here through Valley. Actually, it looks like it might be going for a back cap here, as they're being pretty slow on trying to get mid. Yeah, he will be getting the back cap here, and there's nobody going back. Looks like they're just going to be trying to snack, and he won't be getting it. And they know there's a player behind, but I don't know that they know that there's a spy.
I was going to say, it was only a ×1 on the point, so I don't think they can know for certain, well, actually, but King's Crew is going to pop in here. Yeah, May is coming really close, though. He's at 99. He's going to get his Uber. He's going to pop here to save Alex.exe. So they're going to be trying to chase him in through the house. But the spy is going to pick up Sandblast here in the house area. Bear is actually going to get a saw onto Alpha there as he's going to go down. Yosh is going to die as well. So we're going to see no scouts for the side of King's Crew, but down both soldiers on the side of RGL. So this is just chaotic fighting. And once again, this does favor RGL. RGL is going to be trying to make a push into mid off of this. The Psy guy is going to go down in the transition play. So once again, forward losing somebody in the transition. As RGL is going to slowly make their way into mid.
Yeah, it's looking less and less likely for King's Crew here. They have the Uber advantage, and they have yet another opportunity to try and get through here. Looks like they're going to be taking their heals and soldier to house. Let's hope that they try and clear these traps out, because there's some pretty cheeky ones hiding in the top. of house. Actually, looks like we can decide otherwise going into Valley here. More and more time off the clock, though, as they keep on switching where they're going. May's coming up on Uber soon, and the Soldier Bomb in is going to force it out from Bear. They're going to be trying to get forward onto Alex on Demo behind, but the Uber is up on May, 3 up, and both scouts here. The Uber is going to come out, and Bear is going to get instantly shredded by the double scout chip shots. There is Sandblast behind trying to get something done, but unfortunately playing against two scouts with heals is not going to be very easy to do.
Yeah, but Sai's going to get in. He's going to get a first pick on a Shamu, but Kev and May were able to distance themselves enough from Sai to get healthy again, as all the spawns are going to come in here for Ratchet. And once again, May was able to live, Bear did go down, so this is going to be a pretty sizable Uber advantage for May, and the longer this goes on, the worse it is for Forward, as they need to get 2 rounds, and they only have 4.5 minutes to do so.
Alright, well, we are going to see that Uber ad again, but it looks like King's Crew are just going to be trying to push this in while they still don't have it. Getting some early bombing in from Sai is actually going to go down really early. Wasn't able to get out from the fake bomb, so now this is just a player and full ad, with just more for RGL to try and walk in on now as the Uber comes in, and they're looking to clean up as much as they can, chasing really hard into last with Scout and Demo. Jarrett and Trip are going to go down, sacrificing their lives for the point, but will not be anything happening there. Just Scouts, Sai, and Bear left, and only now just Sai and Bear.
Yeah, Sai's going to be dueling it out against all the players on the point, but he's going to get cleaned up. They're going to get the spawns, but there's no way they can get out in time. It's going to be a 4-1 game here for the side of RGL, and with just 3 minutes left, it's doable, I think, but it's going to be really close.
Yeah. I always say don't call it over until it's over, but with the speed at which this game has been played and the pace that both teams have been taking at, I don't see it likely to be a King's Crew comeback, but we'll see here. Anything could happen as we go into this next mid.
Yeah, King's Crew's got to turn up the aggression to 12. 11's not going to be enough for this, as we're going to see the really early bombs, and they're going to find a bunch of damage into Bear, but we're going to see a pause? We're going to see a couple dots coming in from the console, but we're going to trade out Mirror Man for Jarrett, but again, this is going to be a mid-win for King's Crew. They won the last couple of them, but very importantly, May got out once again, so this is just going to be scrappy, and without a demo man here, it favors the defenders that have a demo, like Alex.exe living, really good, but Alpha's going to trade out for Trip in the underpass area. With Alpha pretty upset about that one, Saiga's going to jump in, eat some meaty projectiles and some scattergun shots, and Sandblast is going to go down as well, and Yoshi's going to die, so it's just going to be Bear trying to run for his life, trying to meet up with the spawner of Jarrett, but he's not going to be able to make it out. The scouts are going to get on them. He's going to surf the damage out, but he's not going to be able to make it around the corner, not going to be able to break the line of sight, and I think that's game right there. There's just 2 minutes left, and RGL's capping up mid.
Yeah, at this point, there's nothing they can do. The time has, we have entered what many will be familiar with is called the garbage time.
So yeah, this is really where you want to go for those frag movie shots, because you got nothing to lose. Again, those points do kind of matter though, so I don't think Forward in King's Crew, I don't think they're really going to be trying to give it up quite yet, as yeah, Yoshi's going to be on the engineer here, but there's only 3 stickies on the point. Shamu's going to be trying to get it. Jarrett's going to be trying to relay the stickies on the point, but he's going to get baited in, and it's going to be a 5-1 here for the Rat Jam, as they do beat King's Crew.
Yeah, a rather convincing win from that second half coming out from Rat Jail, something I don't think was super expected. I mean, a lot of these players are very, like, May, I would argue, is one of the best, if not the best medic mechanically in Invite right now, especially from some of the stuff I saw last season in playoffs and seasons prior. Definitely an up-and-comer, and obviously all the other team players on this Rat Jail team are very seasoned Invite veterans, but I think I was definitely expecting more cohesion coming out of King's Crew. I think a lot of times there, we saw Jarrett really far forward from his team, and I couldn't tell if he was being baited or if he was just playing too aggressively, but in either case, he was getting caught out a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say, and in a lot of... go ahead. We're trying to get a word in from our production here, but it sounds like he's trying to talk to us from... Yeah, so it does
No
not look
log
like we have
upload.
logs for the second half, but I mean, it was a 4-1. It was a pretty slow 4-1, but there isn't going to be a ton to be gained from a 4-1. But I was going to say, especially after Jarrett was going down and a lot of the transitions, Trip and Psy were dying a lot too. So not only were they losing one projectile class, like a very important one in their demo, they were struggling to hold on to a lot of things just because they were losing their soldiers in those transition fights. So they were never able to like really coordinate like a double soldier bomb or set up a pinch or anything. Like their soldiers were just never in a position to really like try and create that like chaotic, messy DM fight that RGL just was thriving in.
Yeah, RGL 2 was actually, I don't think we mentioned this very much, but RGL did a really surprisingly good job of getting players behind and making plays on the flank. I feel like every time I would look, it would be Kev or Alpha just in on the flank or behind or in some random hiding spot that would totally catch King's Crew off a guard and either force a pop or catch a player out and just create these small advantages that RatGel did a really good job of rolling forward, even in the slower play that they were making.
Yeah, and I'd be interested to know what the Ubers and like the medic deaths were, because I felt like Bear was dying in a lot of these scenarios where they would have Uber ad, they would push in, they really wouldn't get anything with their Uber, and then they wouldn't leave quick enough. And May's team was able to just either re-Uber back onto them or just catch them in the transition without having to pop. Felt like overall forward just wasn't able to pull out quite what they wanted. They were close to getting what they wanted in a lot of scenarios, but not quite. And then Ratchel just punished them, knowing that they already had an advantage.
Yeah. I don't think I have too many other thoughts on this match, but I'm trying to pull up the league table because I believe at this point that that places us mostly locked into our first week rankings. I believe we have some matches tomorrow and perhaps Friday,
Yeah.
but many of the matches this week have already played out. So
About half of them. I think there are 4 matches tomorrow. I think King's Crew doesn't have a match tomorrow, but I think just about every other team has a match tomorrow.
yeah. But looking right now, that win places RatGel in third, and that being King's Crew's second loss so far this season, will place them in fifth behind High Five Demo Man. So a little bit of a shaky start week 1 coming in from King's Crew. Hopefully we can see them improve things over the weeks to come. RatGel coming out arms swinging in this first match. A little bit slow in the first half, but definitely packing a punch in half 2.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I think that King's Crew is a team. I mean, they are lane champions. They did win RGB4. They have that mentality where I think they're going to be able to bounce back. And it wouldn't surprise. I mean, it's a rough start to the season, but they still have 14 more matches they could win. So there's plenty of time for them to salvage their season. Like 2-0 does look a little shaky on paper, but there's still plenty of time for them to learn. And both these maps were on Metalworks. So, I mean, maybe Metalworks just isn't their forte. Maybe they played it and had a couple hot nights of scrims. But I don't think you could read into a 2-0 or an 0-2 start for Forward too much.
Yeah. I mean, the players on this team, their history, just their raw talent, even individually ignoring all of their team play and the seasons and seasons they have together. I think that it should be a no problem bounce back for them to try and hop into the top 4. I think it's just a question of, will this start a little bit of a tilt train? I know that personality-wise, Sandblast and Bear can sometimes be abrasive towards one another. I definitely felt that when I saw the Bear drop to the Stickies from Shutter when they were coming into the third last push. So something I'm curious to see whether or not that actually affects things. But overall, I think that they will bounce back. I don't think I have too many more closing thoughts. Do you have any shout-outs, Nick?
Shout out to Brando. It's my only shout out for tonight.
I see. Shout-outs to everybody coming out next weekend and hanging out for the BTS cancellation meetup. If you're local to LA or you unfortunately booked your flight and couldn't stop, we are trying to organize something, and just to get all the TF2 community together, maybe hang out. I believe we're actually going to be hosting a watch party for some Australian TF2. So if you're interested in that, I'll drop an invite to the organizing Discord, but that is my main shout out.
Oh yeah, and TFTV is looking for talent. I know Mitch made a post about it on TFTV. I'm not exactly sure what we're looking for off the top of my head. Maybe console knows. Yeah, but if you are a member of this community and you think you have something you can add to teamfortress.tv, hit us up. We're looking for people.
Yep. If you like streaming and you have a decent PC, perhaps you want to be a producer. If you have that beautiful microphone voice like my friend Nick here, or you think you have a good mind for the game, yeah, perhaps you can do some casting. But feel free to message our wonderful organizer Luster, or if you like to be a writer, our wonderful editor-in-chief Recurse, and we're free to take some applications.
But yeah, I think that's about all I've got. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add.
I think that's about it from me. So tonight, once again, has been me with FrickMyNick and on the microphone, and big hearts in the chat for Mitch. Always love to give some support to our producers. A very underappreciated role in the community. And I think that's going to be all from us tonight on Team Fortress TV. Have a good one.